Oof. All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to this live. I haven't done a live in a while. I'm also streaming on TikTok. I haven't been on TikTok in a little bit, so I figured why not go live on both platforms, do a little bit of a Q&A here. So if you guys don't know, my name is Christopher Kellum. I'm a Florida Army National Guard soldier, an infantry soldier. That's what I do in the Guard. I'm also a part of a sniper section team, so that's my second type of job. Also, I am a JetBlue flight attendant. I've been documenting my life one video at a time, just trying to incorporate fitness and travel into my lifestyle while teaching you guys how I live a healthy lifestyle while always on the go. Basically, what I've been trying to do is document my process of going from an enlisted soldier to an officer in the military. So my goal right now is to become a warrant officer pilot. I've been at this process for about a little over a year now. I started earlier in my military career wanting to be a pilot. Things didn't work out. If you guys didn't know, I was a ROTC cadet. I was a cadet for a good 3.5, maybe even 4 years, and I got kicked out of the program my last year within the cadet program, whatever. And sent me on a deployment with my Florida National Guard unit. Once I got back, I joined the sniper section. The past 3.5, 4 years, I've been in a sniper section. And just this past year, I decided to retry and go after one of my original goals, which is to become a pilot in the military. So that's just a little bit about me and what's going on in my life, and like why I have a YouTube channel and why I have a TikTok. So if you guys didn't know, I'm also streaming this on TikTok. But yeah, I wanted to open this up and do a Q&A with you all because we've gained 14,000 subscribers in the past 3 weeks, and I've had a lot of people commenting on my videos like, who even are you? So I hope that kind of opened the door and let you guys know like kind of who I am briefly. Also, I did want to let you guys know that I do online coaching. So if you're looking for an online coach, let me know. I also am in the process of releasing a fitness app within the next few weeks. It's going to be $1 for your first month, and I'll be running monthly challenges where winners have the ability to win money. Right off the bat, we're going to start with $100 giveaways. It's going to grow as the community grows. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. You can also text me at 617-286-3802. I wanted to do like a text-in Q&A, but since I'm streaming on TikTok and streaming on my laptop, I can't have my phone in my hand and read your texts. But I got a lot of questions to answer. But if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comment box, and I'm going to do my best to get back to you guys. All right, so Texan asks, do you hope to learn anything specific during your lifetime? That's a really deep question, but I mean, what I've decided is that during my lifetime, I want to, pursue things that bring me passion. I've never really been about money, and as long as I'm doing stuff that I love, like creating YouTube videos or creating short clips on TikTok, it's a way for me to express myself, and I have fun doing it, and I love interacting with audiences, and it's really one of my passions. So I think just continuing to dive into my passions and seeing where it takes me through my lifetime, that's what I specifically want to do. Why ads? Oops, I must have, sorry, I didn't mean to add ads. Whose body did you Photoshop your face onto? The guy in the red shorts. Yeah, so that was that picture that you guys saw, if you guys are watching on YouTube, that was my 16-week transformation I did. I wanted to document the process of traveling 18 plus days a month, training 1 week in a month in the Guard, while also training for a physique show. And I was successful, I think. I didn't get first place, but I got second place, and I was able to drop 24 plus pounds. And through that process, I was able to kind of build my own fitness program and hopefully help and teach other people how to lose weight as well. Have I been to Canton, Massachusetts? No. like scout or a sniper. So there's recon and then there's sniper section. So I'm in sniper section. So we handle the long rifles, whereas like the scout or the recon platoon, they don't, like, whenever we're done shooting and messing around with our rifles and collecting dope, we let scout or recon come use our rifles. I'm not an official sniper. I haven't gone through sniper school. I don't have my B4 identification. But I've been part of the section for 4 years now. And the way it goes, it's just the funding is so limited within the Guard. I think we've sent 5 guys in the past 4 years. And right now, with me in the process of planning on going warrant officer pilot, they don't want to send me to school. We only have about 4 guys in sniper section right now anyways. So if I were to change my mind, I'm pretty sure I'd have a good chance of going. But right, like I said, the funding is very limited in the Guard. So like going to schools is very limited. Which state do I live in? I live in Florida. Specifically, I live in Jacksonville, Florida. Is flight attendant good pay? No, it's not good pay at all. I think one of the best perks of being a flight attendant or in the airline industry is that you have the ability to fly anywhere for free. That's one thing that I've never taken for granted, and I use it to my benefit to go and do collaborations or meet friends. And especially with growing up in Massachusetts and living in Florida, it allows me to travel home whenever I want. But for pay, I think my first year as a flight attendant, I made $28,000. And that's not a lot of money, especially when I was living in Boston. All right, so Sift. So what the Sift is Tyler asked, how did I prepare for the Sift? The Sift is the selection instrument for flight. It's a test that you have to take. It's like taking the Asvab to just see what you qualify for an enlisted job. But taking the Sift is a test that you have to take and pass. You have to get a 40 or above to even start the process of putting your application in to be a warrant officer pilot. I used a lot of like books. There was one called Sift for Dummies. There was a lot of like online tests that I use. If you go back to the specific video where I talk about the Sift, it's a way for you can check all the links that I have in there, but they're like online tests where you can like quiz yourself, and they're pretty similar to the Sift exam that I took. For transparency, I didn't pass my first Sift test. I got a 39 on my first Sift, and you need a 40 to pass. So I had to retake the Sift. But I think the biggest thing with taking the Sift is understanding the structure of the test. If you know what each section encompasses, you know what you can prepare for and study for. How to start the warrant officer packet itself. First step is to talk to a recruiter. And then if you're in the military already, talk to your unit. It took me a lot of effort to put this packet together because no one wants to help you. And that's kind of like what it's going to be like when you become an officer. It's like you kind of have to figure out how to do things on your own. And that's how it was putting the packet together and getting everything that I needed. How old am I? I'm 27. My birthday is actually December 18th. So next month, I'll be 28. Yeah, smash that like button, please. How to ask Jen questions. Some kind of first girl. Thanks, Texan. Do I know? No. Ew, Florida. What's wrong with Florida? Chris numbers hard to come on. Wait, what? Yeah, so Lighthouse, one of my OG subscribers, lives in New York. Yeah, no, it was an abrupt move. I don't know if you saw my life update video, but I was working for a guy out in Jersey and things didn't work out. And it just was financially better off that Shanley and I moved back down to Florida. We were paying $2,400 a month for rent in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, whereas we live in a 3-bedroom right now. Why? I don't know. But we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's $1,600 a month, and we're right by the beach. This doesn't feel like a Chris video when their parents. Shanley, I just dropped Shanley off at the airport. She is headed on a 4-day trip. So I got the place to myself. I was promised a Camaro. Yeah, so I'm going to go dive into some of the questions that I have on in my texting community. If you guys want to shoot me some text, it's my personal phone that you'll text me. It's 617-286-3802. And I do my best to get back to everybody. So Patrick asked me, thinking about joining the Army Reserves as a combat medic. Was I active duty? No, I am in the Florida National Guard. Do I like the reserves, and is it worth your while? I personally believe that like the reserves or the guard is very beneficial, especially like if you have a solid career, like a civilian career. A lot of people will tend to choose active duty fresh out of high school because they're kind of undecided on what they want to do, and I think the military kind of propels them into a career, and it kind of gives them that structure and that foundation to think and know what they want to do when they get out of active duty. The reason I chose the guard was because I knew what I wanted to do civilian side, and I wanted also the benefits of the military. So for instance, my healthcare it's $45 a month, dental, and regular healthcare, whereas I think most people pay hundreds of dollars a month. So I'm very thankful for that. The benefits, I believe, are good. After my first deployment, I got 5 years of free healthcare. And they cover you for your injuries. And it's just, I don't know, there's a lot of pros to being in the military as well. And I want to, I could, say the military is one of the reasons why that I have a platform to talk to you guys too. Like it gives me more things to talk about. And I do want to continue to use this platform to share my experiences and give you what I think is the best advice for joining the military or choosing your career path. Hey, thanks, Daniel. Wishing you a happy Thanksgiving as well. Do I think of choosing another airline other than JetBlue? It's never out of the question, JetBlue's all right. It's a good airline. But I mean, there are other airlines that have better pay, better trips. And I think when I joined the industry, I was like, I'm so excited to travel and use my benefits, but we don't really have that great of layovers. And if you're new to the industry, you're not really getting the best layovers or the best trips. So there are other airlines that travel international. I know JetBlue is planning to next year as well, but it's never out of the question to apply to another airline. Same with like in the military. Like if you were to ask me if I were to choose a different military occupation, I'd be like, yeah, definitely. That's what I'm doing right now. Thanks, Lighthouse. Yeah, check that video out. It's the life update video. Spam the like button. I love this guy. This guy is awesome. Have you seen any Boy Scout troop? No, I have not been. All right, got another question from Joe. He's a corpsman in the Navy. He just saw my video about the warrant officer flight interview, and he's interested in how it went for me. So I did do the interview board for WAFT, and I did that back in September. Unfortunately, I wasn't selected for that round of interviews, but luckily there are more interviews coming up within the beginning of next year. But I did learn a lot about the interview process by going through it, which I'm thankful for. Also, yes, do you know of any cross-branch applicants? Yeah, so in the interview itself, I think there were 10 people there. One person that was interviewing was from the Marines. Actually, two people, two officers from the Marines were interviewing for the OCS slot to go to flight school. So it's possible. You just got to talk to your recruiter, have them reach out to whatever unit you want to go to, and see when the next interview is. I had a few questions regarding the experience with, okay. How long are drill weekends lengths? Okay, so this varies. This is dependent on what MOS you have, if you're in the reserves or if you're in the guard. So I know the guard, we've been doing a lot of MUTA 8s, which are 4-day drills. So we're doing Thursday to Sunday drills. So on average, we're looking at either a 3 to 4 day drill every month. And then for annual training, we're doing about 2 to 3 weeks, usually 3 weeks training. And if you're in the Florida Guard, I know they had the COVID mission, which has been going on for the year. So you have chances to do like active duty stuff, active duty orders, working at airports and stuff. Yeah, so the drill weekend lengths can vary. For deployments, again, it's state dependent. It depends on if your state's ready, if your National Guard unit is ready to deploy. I know the Florida Guard, we're pretty active in deployments. I mean, not compared to active duty, but for a Guard unit, I think we deploy every 4 to 5 years. Everybody's on different rotations, so there's a possibility that if you sign a 3-year contract, you could deploy. Is it possible to keep a full-time job in the Army National Guard? 100%. It is possible to keep a full-time job while in the Army National Guard. It's in your benefit to be in the Guard. So like if you have training that comes up and it's like abrupt, your employer can't do anything about it. There's like some contract or law that's put into place that you can't be punished because the Guard is going to come first over your civilian job. Also, there's a cool fact that I learned that if you end up leaving your job for X amount of years, your job has to hold your position for up to 5 years for a military deployment or a military activation. So your job should be secure for at least 5 years. No, Ben, I haven't seen any Special Olympics on any JetBlue flights, but I have had a few Make-A-Wish foundations come on there, and it's always been a great experience, trying to help those little children and, be a part of their experience for their Make-A-Wish. Thank you for keeping me doing something. You're welcome, Alex. I live in Gainesville. Yeah, it's a very taxing job for sure as a flight attendant. Any questions? I don't know how this works. What's going on, TikTok people? Yeah, I'm also streaming this on TikTok, but if you guys have questions, drop them in below. So we get another question. Best workouts to get ready for the military. So when you go to boot camp, when I went, this is years ago, we weren't allowed to go to the gym. It was basically all body weight workouts. So my recommendation is to just kind of build up your endurance. I would do high intensity interval training. I would do body weight workouts like push-ups, sit-ups, squat jumps. Work on doing HIIT training. So 60 120s, sprint for 60 seconds, jog for 1:20, or do 30 60s, 30-second sprints, 60-second jog. Yeah, so for training for the military, you just want to make sure your endurance is up. Will I ever write a book? I'd love to write a book. If I ever wrote a book, I'd have to do something amazing. But right now, no. Right now, I'm not book worthy, I don't think. So yeah, any news on the WAFT? Yeah, I didn't get selected for that warrant officer flight slot back in September, but luckily there is another warrant officer interview for flight school coming up within the new year. So I'll be ready for that, and I'm hoping to get selected then. What's going on? Yeah, I'm in second battalion, not in the 1 to 153rd. HHC. Sworn in a month ago. I'm conflicted. All right, so we get a big question here. Actually, currently watching A Day in the Life as an infantry soldier because I sworn in a month ago to go into the 143rd Unit. I'm a little conflicted because I have thoughts of switching to active duty to try out for the Rangers. I love how the Guard and Special Forces, how the Guard had that, but the pipeline is longer for Special Forces. He signed a 3-year commitment to the Guard, so he's not sure if he should pursue a goal, which is to go Ranger, or stay in the Guard. I would just stick to your 3-year contract. If you guys are just joining the military, highly recommend sticking to your contract for whatever the duration it is. You do have the ability to transfer from Guard to active duty. I believe it's a really simple process. It's just dependent on how fast your unit processes your paperwork. I have met 3 guys that have transferred Guard to active duty, and it was about a year process. And there's one guy that's actually in my section right now that is in the process of transferring, and he's put the paperwork in, he's done his part, and now he's just waiting for a unit to pick him up, and it's been at least 6 months. But the reason that I believe the reason that the Special Forces pipeline is much longer in the Guard is because they want to make sure that you're readily prepared before they send you to a really expensive school. And I believe the Guard has a higher pass rate for Special Forces just because of the training and care they put into you prepping to even go. What's my mile time? I don't even know. Last mile I ran, I think was 5:57. It's been a little bit. My last 2-mile was like 12:40. Is there a lot of old people in Florida? That's a good question. There's not. I mean, in Jacksonville, I mean, if you go southern Florida, like Fort Myers or Naples, that's considered like snowbird capital, I believe. But northern Florida, there's just about the same amount of old people as in the north. I'm doing WAFT in the Guard. Notice Guard will take you if you meet the standard, while active duty is a little more competitive. I don't know. I think the Guard might be a little more competitive only because they have a limited number of slots to send people to every year. Any new TikTok messages? Hello, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. What's up? Yeah, if you guys got questions or if you guys want, the link is in my profile where you can go watch my YouTube videos, or you can just stay on here and ask me questions as well. What's up, Henry? Awesome, dude. Thanks for your service. Coast Guard. What's your favorite hotel workout or piece of equipment you take with you on trips? I have that Beckford bar. It's like 5 pounds. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment that I take with me on my trips. Fits right in my suitcase. It's very versatile. It just adds like a nice, like it allows your body to use your stabilizer muscles more. So you're going to target your chest a little more. You can do abs on it. So that's one of my favorite pieces of equipment. If you have bands are great too. What's up, Carrie? Of course, someone would call me right now. Boyfriend wanted to know how you would go about getting in the National Guard Special Forces. So you get to join if he's in the Guard right now, he needs to talk to his team leader, express that he's interested in going Special Forces. I believe they hold tryouts 1 to 2 times a year, and that's the process. But he's going to be ready. As a fellow FitOps graduate, what kind of veteran do you recommend pursue the FitOps program? The FitOps program is for any veteran. I mean, if you're a veteran, go for it. If you're trying to become certified as a trainer, that's why I went to FitOps. So if you guys are unaware of FitOps, FitOps is a nonprofit organization that puts veterans through a 2-week course. It's 15 days, so I think they say it's 3 weeks, where they certify you as a personal trainer. They pay for your lodging, they pay for your housing, they pay for your flights, and they even pay for your certification. And not only that, you get to meet a bunch of like-minded individuals that are trying to do the same thing, and it's a really good community. FitOps itself is more than just a personal training certification, in my opinion. But that's one thing that if you guys were to go to FitOps, you would understand. It's a really great camp, and if you guys are interested in FitOps, let me know. I'd love to talk to you guys personally about my experience and let you all know about it. What's going on? The Navy, guess the acronym for the Navy SEALs. I don't know. That's awesome, Paul. 6 pounds. Yeah, if you guys want, I am at some point in the next week or two going to be launching a fitness app. It's going to be $1 to start, and it's going to be a 4-week program, either 4 to 6 weeks, and we're going to have a winner that will get $100 for this first fitness challenge. But if you're interested, you guys can always text me. What workouts do I recommend for people like me? I think so. The best, if you're just starting out working out, I think the best split is a full body split. You're going to be hitting your body 3 times a week, and you're not going to be overtaxing yourself, but you're going to be able to build up a foundation to take on a more advanced program, which would be like a push-pull leg split. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And then at some point, I'm going to start incorporating 2 to 3 cardio sessions to kind of lean down a little bit. I've been attending RSP with the Illinois Guard. I'm also 11 Bravo. Have you seen combat on a deployment? No, I have not seen any combat. So if you guys are tuning in, I'm a Army National Guard soldier. I've been in for a little over 9 years. I've done 1 deployment. I've done a couple of training missions. Not once have I seen combat. It's a very quiet time, and I'm very thankful for that. There's a lot of guys that I've talked to that have seen combat, and I know when you're joining infantry, you're like, I'm joining because I want to see combat and I want to like serve my country. But a lot of guys that have seen the combat are like, you're lucky that you haven't seen combat. So be thankful that you haven't seen combat. So don't join just to see combat. What are my opinions on the keto diet? My opinion on the keto diet is that, if you are someone that really likes fats, then go for it. You're probably going to really love that diet. But I think the best diet is a diet that's going to work best for you. For me, it's just put myself in a caloric deficit where I, minus 250 to 500 calories from my baseline calories. But I don't have anything against the keto diet, but I just know that a lot of people see an abrupt weight loss when they hop on that one, only because your body, I believe your glycogen holds on to water. So when you start taking away those carbs and you're just putting in fat, your body's going to shed all that water weight. So you're going to see a tremendous amount of weight loss right off the bat. But a lot of people rebound really fast when they get off the keto diet because their body's starting to basically suck in all that water to replenish. Tomorrow I'm getting my cabin crew test station. Any tips? Greetings from Greece. That's pretty cool. Any tips? Just don't drink caffeine. If you can, kind of keep your nerves settled, that'd be nice. I'm a junior in high school right now, deciding whether I want to join the military. What are your thoughts on this? If you're in high school or if you're debating on joining the military, the biggest thing you need to do is sit down and ask yourself, why am I joining the military? Is it for finance? Is it for healthcare? Is it to serve your country? Is it to escape from, your town? You need to have a solid reason why you want to join the military, because a lot of people don't understand that you're going to sign a 3 to 6 year commitment. And that's 3 to 6 years is a big commitment to sign your life away, basically. And that's going to be first priority no matter what. So think about why you want to join. And if you have a solid enough reason why you want to join, then go for it. And if you want to ask me any more personal questions, you can always ask me offline, shoot me a text. If you guys didn't know, you guys can text me to my personal cell phone at 617-286-3802. Hey, I'm responding. What's your question? He's on another app. I'm looking. How do I increase my runtime? I've been running the whole summer and have seen little improvement. So if I know a lot of people, when they try to improve their runtime, they try to go all out every time they run, and that's the worst way to do it, because you're just going to really beat your body down. You need to progressively like overload your runs. So I would recommend starting off with like a short run, incorporate in some HIIT training in there, some high intensity interval training. You want variety. You want to trick the body, and over time, your body's going to allow you to run faster. So I do also offer online coaching. So if you guys are interested in that as well, you can shoot me a message. $1 to start, then $1,000 at the end of the program. That's not what it is. So if you guys are just tuning in, I am releasing a little fitness app where you guys can work out with me. It's going to be my specific workouts. I'm going to be doing the 4 to 6 week workout program with you. It's going to be $1 to start. Your first month is $1. And then after month 1, it's a $14.99 subscription. But you guys can always cancel that subscription at any point and any time you want. So the way I see it is, it's a $1 investment to make $99, because at the end of the 4 to 6 weeks, I'm going to be giving away $100. Cool. Yep. Any more questions, guys? Chris, have I been to Detroit? No, I have not been to Detroit. Sorry. Combat is messed up. Yes. So I'm thankful I haven't seen that. I'm a senior in high school and I got 11 on my Asvab. Is there any tests you can take besides the Asvab? Thanks. In order to get into the military, you got to take the Asvab. So I would look into getting a study guide. I believe a lot of people have taken the Asvab for dummies, and they've improved their test scores tremendously. I'm guessing the Infantry 98 is Patrick. What's up, man? Good to see you on here. I appreciate your support. Any questions on TikTok? What's going on? Best assault rifle in your opinion? Oh, man. I really love the M4. What's up? So yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, you guys can shoot me a text. I know I've said this 1,000 times, 617-286-3802. We got a fitness app launching within the next week or 2. I want you guys to be a part of that program, so you guys can text me to get early access. But yeah, I hope you guys have a stellar rest of your Sunday night. I hope you guys have a really good week. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a blessed one. Peace out, TikTok.